This is going to be video number 2 on iron trapped in macrophages. And basically, ferroportin is the exporter that is supposed to export iron out of macrophages. Hepcidin degrades the ferroportin, therefore iron trapped in macrophages, which is not good because tumors, they know how to get the iron out of the macrophages, because tumors, they use iron like greedily. Like they really need a lot of iron for DNA and other functions for tumors. And in tumors, the two inflammatory states that increase hepcidin are IL-6 and STAT3. So IL-6 and STAT3 are the main focus of the video, and the attempt is to reduce IL-6 and STAT3. The way that tumors obtain iron is with transferrin receptor 1 or TFR1. So tumors, they actually upregulate that receptor, and they overexpress TRF1 to capture transferrin-bound iron. And the pathways involved in the TFR1 upregulation are c-MYC, HIF1 alpha, which is a low oxygen state, also P13K-AKT, and mTOR. So all those, they help the tumor upregulate TFR1 to uptake iron. So the first food here that I'm going to read off this list here is pistachios, and has polyphenols, and also reduces NF-κB activation and reducing IL-6 signaling. That's critical so that hepcidin cannot degrade ferroportin, because ferroportin is supposed to export iron out of the macrophages so that the tumors cannot receive the iron. Tumors need iron because they are always constantly replicating and metastasizing, and they need iron to sustain themselves. But pistachios can help stop iron from reaching the tumor, because pistachios reduces IL-6. Hepcidin cannot downregulate ferroportin because IL-6 upregulates hepcidin via peanut, so it contains resveratrol and inhibits STAT3 signaling. STAT3 actually degrades ferroportin, not allowing iron to be exported out of macrophages, because STAT3 makes IL-6, and then IL-6 makes hepcidin, and then hepcidin degrades ferroportin. So peanuts stops hepcidin from degrading ferroportin. Peanuts also contain resveratrol. That's important to put out the fire in lysosomal membrane peroxidation, because if the lysosomal membrane is peroxidized, then iron cannot be properly metabolized, or iron cannot reach the red blood cells to deliver oxygen around the body to avoid hypoxia or HIF1 alpha. The HIF1 alpha is one of the reasons or the pathways involved in the TFR1 receptor that helps tumors receive iron. So by not allowing HIF1 alpha, that stops tumors from getting iron with TFR1. Next one here is cashews, and cashews contain copper. Copper is important for the iron transport inside the lysosomal membrane. So without copper, iron is not properly metabolized, and then therefore iron gets trapped in macrophages. But copper also contains magnesium. Magnesium serves to repair the lysosomal membrane, or magnesium upregulates repair enzymes for the lysosomal membrane. That way, the lysosome isn't leaking out iron and cathepsins. Therefore, the iron is not leaking, and the iron is properly metabolized by the lysosomes. Therefore, the iron is less likely to get trapped in the macrophages. Next one here is a fruit, and that is a kiwi, high in vitamin C. Now that's critical to enhance the iron absorption, especially in the plasma bloodstream, uh, so that way the iron is less likely to get trapped in the macrophages. Next one here is a pretty good one, and that is papaya. Papaya can help reduce STAT3. So papaya actually supports the ferroportin exporter that is responsible for exporting iron outside or out from the macrophages. So STAT3 being reduced also reduces IL-6, so that IL-6 cannot create the hepcidin because hepcidin degrades the ferroportin. So papaya helps preserve ferroportin so that ferroportin is intact and not degraded. So there are copper-dependent enzymes like ceruloplasmin that oxidize Fe2 iron to Fe3 iron. Therefore, iron binds transferrin in the plasma. But under copper deficiency, uh, iron cannot be efficiently exported because iron is supposed to be exported from macrophages but can't because ferroportin function becomes ineffective without copper. Therefore, iron trapped in macrophages. What could cause a copper deficiency? Well, not taking enough copper, but also even an excessive zinc can also reduce copper because there is a zinc copper balance. If the zinc goes up too high, then copper will also come down. Also, foods like oysters are very high in zinc, so eating too many oysters could reduce your copper levels. Okay, so even though oysters are high in zinc, they also have copper, surprisingly. Uh, Oysters also, crab and lobster also have zinc. Beef, lamb, and pork contain zinc as well. Surprisingly, cheese, especially cheddar cheese, has zinc as well. Also, Swiss cheese contains zinc, and milk and yogurt also have zinc. Pumpkin seeds are also very high in zinc, as well as sesame seeds, cashews, and hemp seeds. So, by knowing those foods that have zinc, you know how to make sure to not reduce your copper levels too much by having too many zinc foods. Another reason to avoid excessive zinc because it might also uh, downregulate the magnesium transporters because copper indirectly supports the magnesium transporters by reducing oxidative stress, which could be why the magnesium transporters could be downregulated. If zinc is lowering copper, then zinc is also lowering magnesium levels, and magnesium is responsible for the lysosomal membrane to upregulate repair enzymes if the membrane is peroxidized. Because if there is LMP, then the iron cannot be metabolized correctly and then trapped in macrophages. So, a short list of foods to help copper as well as protecting the magnesium transporters are organ meats such as beef liver, very high in copper, lamb liver. Seafoods, oysters, crab, and lobster also contain copper. Also, dark chocolate has copper. Oxalates might be reducing copper intake. Also, mushrooms, especially shiitake mushrooms, have copper as well. If you like shopping at Aldi, Aldi has these shiitake mushroom jerkies. It's like a beef jerky, but it's made of mushrooms, not with beef. So that's a good, easy way to get your copper. So that's it for the video. Like, share, comment if you want more future videos, because I have many more coming. Keep it locked in here on this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.